Well, hello everybody, and thank you for being here today. Thanks to Karen and thanks to Cindy and Betsy for allowing Nani and I to be here this morning. We are really excited to be talking to you today about something that's really quite near and dear to both of our hearts. And we want to invite everyone to hang around and listen to what we have to say, because even though we've been quite specific in the description and said that this is about network marketing, this is actually about marketing and sales in general. And I'm sure that you will learn a lot about how your type is supposed to function in sales if you hang around with us. So we're going to start off by telling you a little bit about who we are. I'm Roz, and I'm based in Melbourne, Australia, where it is 6 a.m. on Saturday morning. But it's going to be an interesting sort of Melbourne day today. It started out clear skies and I can see the grey clouds moving over, but that's Melbourne. I am a 2-4 manifesting generator. I live here with my partner and our 12-year-old daughter, and I'm a human design specialist. That's what I do. And I want to tell you that my life changed dramatically when I found human design, or I actually say human design found me. And it's interesting how it found me. It found me via a network marketing product, which is, to me, is just the way that it was supposed to be. And honestly, when I look back at my life and I think of all of the good things that have happened to me, it's happened when I've been being a good manifesting generator. Even the way that Nani and I met and the way that our businesses together have evolved is just a perfect example of using your strategy. We actually have a podcast that we do together called Essential Oils by Design. And I don't know if any of you have ever created a podcast, but it can be really hard work, and it can be something that's very difficult to do with any consistency. And I have to say, because of the way that we went about it and because of the fact that Nani's just such a delightful person, it's been a dream. You know, it hasn't been effortless, for sure. There's a lot of effort involved, but it's been fun, it's been easy, it's worked, and we know that we've helped a lot of people with it. And it's because we went about it the right way. So now Nani's going to tell you a little bit about her.
Yes, so I'm a 4/6 sacral generator, and human design has definitely changed my life, but in particular my business. I was always doing things in a way that I thought I should, and I was probably doing way too many things, but it's for multiple reasons. In my human design, I have an open head, so I get inspired all the time and I want to follow everything that comes to me. I grew up with a lot of manifesting generators who could do a lot of things at once. But once I realized that I was a pure generator and that this like slower stair step learning curve and maybe less things at a time might be better for me, it really helped. And I also just started following my strategy of waiting for things to show up and then saying yes to the right things and no to the things that I don't want to be doing. And so now I have, instead of like being burned out by doing too many things and things that I don't want to do, I'm actually like get energy from working with the right people and on the right projects. So that is kind of why Roz and I want to share this with you, because it has helped us so much. And it can just be like one little nugget of information that can change everything. And sometimes it takes a long time to learn a lot of different little things to change your life or your business. And so now we're going to get into our presentation. We're going to stop our videos here just a second. Share something. So welcome to the Quantum Alignment Show about network marketing by design. And we told you a little bit about who we are, but just to summarize, we're partnered across the globe, and it was by response that we met each other. We were both interested in human design and essential oils, and that connection just brought us together. So we have that Essential Oils by Design podcast. And that we love how they work together. And so that's why we've been working behind the scenes for a while now to synergize human design and network marketing. And we're excited to introduce our new training as human design practitioners and network marketing builders. We want everyone to live out their energy in the way that they're supposed to. And part of this is like about loving yourself for who you are, but also accepting others for who they are, because no one operates the same. And it's our mission to help network marketing builders do their business in a way that's right for them. So this is really about understanding your business through the lens of human design. And we're going to share what we've been working on for a long time. And like Roz said, even though we call it network marketing, you can use this for anyone who's interested in knowing more about marketing themselves and their business and working with their own human design. But network marketing is really a great model for bringing abundance to your life, but only if it's done properly. So Roz is going to take over and tell us a little bit more about the network marketing model.
I am. And before I get going, I want to say that even though you might not have a network marketing business, as we said, you might know someone who could benefit from this information. And even if you don't have a network marketing business, a lot of the elements of where we're going will be relevant to anyone involved in any sort of selling. So as Nani said, we both love network marketing. We really love the model. And for the most part, we really love the products that seem to make their way into the network marketing model. Network marketing is about connecting and sharing something that you find to be amazing. The freedom it can offer people who want to be their own boss, who want to work from home, who want to choose their own hours with low startup costs, along with all the financial abundance that it can provide when it's done properly, means that it's little wonder that people like Warren Buffett and Robert Kiyosaki and Richard Branson think that network marketing is as good as a model that you can find, and you'll find them on record as saying how good they think it is. And when we say done properly, we mean not tacky or icky or uncomfortable for you or for anyone around you, including your friends and your family and potential customers. And what human design can show you is how you're designed to make something like network marketing work for you, without the discomfort, without the pushy, sleazy, friend alienating energy that some people associate with it. It can show you how the blocks that so many of us have experienced around network marketing are just us thinking that we have to do it a certain way. Or the blocks might be us remembering being sold a network marketing product by someone who was pushing too hard or behaving inappropriately. Human design shows us that all types are absolutely capable of doing network marketing successfully and gracefully in a way that's in alignment with our energy and with our own human design. Next slide, Nani. Network marketing products are usually superior, high quality, high performing products, and they have special care and attention needed in the exchange process. That's why they've been put into the network marketing model in the first place, because they do take a little bit of extra care in the selling. And what's up here now is a tiny representation of some of the products that are sold via the model. And the fact is that so many of the products that are sold via network marketing are complex, high quality products, ones that need the human touch to show potential users just how effective and life-changing they are. They're often products that don't do well on supermarket or drugstore or department store shelves because they can be complex in what they contain or how they're made. They can be complex in what they can achieve or even how they're best used. And by complex, we don't necessarily mean difficult. We just mean that sometimes you need someone to show you or educate you about what a product can do to enrich your life. You don't get that from a shelf. These products are chosen for the network marketing model perhaps because they use high quality, high cost ingredients or manufacturing processes that need to be explained, or they might have a variety of uses that are too detailed to explain on the label alone. This is certainly the case with essential oils. And I think it's really interesting when you go to an online thesaurus and put in the word sell. I'll tell you some of the words that come up, and this is the tone of them. I'm not just picking and choosing. Words like hook, peddle, trade, bargain, barter, boost, dispose, dump, exchange, hustle, push, plug, retain. They're not very attractive words, are they? And we're talking about the selling process. Is it any wonder for a start that there's a stigma around selling? Even sometimes in the conventional retail selling environment, or when you hear someone say, oh, I'm in sales. And then when we talk about network marketing as a model, that's when things can get a bit sticky. And while we're here, let's have a quick chat about selling in general. We want to talk about changing the feel of the sales conversation. And those of you who know Karen's work know that this is something that Karen refers to often. You see, selling is something we all need to be able to do in a way that feels good to us. No matter whether we're selling a product that we've made or someone else has made, or a service, or even ourselves in a job interview. It's not about selling dodgy vacuum cleaners or sleazy used car people anymore. The sales conversation is evolving as we're evolving. Selling is something to be, selling is supposed to be about making the world a better place. You have something I need to make my life better. I get what I need. You get money for your contribution. It's an equation, really. You have something of value and integrity, a product or service or opportunity, one that removes a pain or changes the way something is done for the better of humanity or the planet. And someone else needs that something and has the resources to pay for it. The two of you come together and there's an exchange. Your thing of value and integrity for their money. You both gain because you have helped provide genuine value in their life. And they have fairly compensated you for it. That's what selling's all about. We want to bring to light something that we think has been missing from the sales process, and specifically network marketing. And you guessed it, it's human design. Network marketing is a system that was designed by a certain type of person, a clever, brilliant person. It's an amazing system designed to support a large number of people in a comfortable way. But a lot of us find it a difficult system to embrace and to own and to truly feel comfortable in. A lot of us have been able to make it to a certain point, to get to a certain level or a certain rank before we quit or burn out. But the truth is, traditional network marketing is made to suit only a certain percentage of the population. Only some of us have the energy to initiate a sales conversation, to cold call friends, relatives, acquaintances, long-lost ex-work colleagues, long-lost exes, to put ourselves out there without first being recognised or invited, or at least getting a sign that we're on the right path. And none of us are designed to make something happen if it doesn't feel right to us. It's also really important to acknowledge that there have been some people who've been able to make a success of network marketing, who we might not think are naturally inclined to do so. And I see it occasionally in my business where I get clients who are naturally, innately in touch with their design and know how they operate. And they've been doing it all their lives. It may have been that they were brought up that way, brought into a family that's aware of their energy. They might not know the nuts and bolts, but they know they're designed to do things in a particular way. They just naturally know how to make their energy flow with ease because it's what's always worked in the past. I want to take some time to acknowledge those people who have been successful, those generators and manifesting generators, projectors, manifestors and reflectors who've been successful at doing the business and not getting themselves burned out and not getting themselves to a point where they want to quit, and honouring themselves and giving themselves what they needed to move forward. But it has to be said that the majority of people are not in sync with their design, and it's not their fault. It has nothing to do with them personally or how they were brought up. It's society and the way that we do life these days. Most of us have been conditioned to think, behave and sell in a certain way. And that's where network marketing by design comes in. We are super excited to tell you all about it.
And here's just a few more notes about network marketing and what it is and isn't before we move on. Sometimes people call network marketing MLM, and that means multi-level marketing. And that's really what it is. It's not a bad term. I've been doing marketing for a long time in the corporate or business world. And the only difference that I see is that society has accepted that businesses do marketing through, you see on the left there, like advertising, social media, email marketing, or maybe printed things like magazines or flyers. So there are a lot of ways companies can share about their products in a traditional business. In network marketing, you have this person who's an educator who is, they're the ones delivering the message to you. And of course, those other pieces are still there. You're not going to do your business. This could be an entrepreneurial business or network marketing business without some of the other things, but you really have the main piece of how you share as yourself. And I think it's like one of the only things left other than service businesses where you actually like personally show someone how to use a product. So Roz and I both share essential oils. So this is a picture of an essential oil bottle. And we actually, like when we're with someone, we open the bottle up, let someone smell it, like let it drop on our hands and feel the sensation of it, and tell people and really let them experience what the product is. And it could be different depending on what product that you have. But when you go to a grocery store or online to buy them, that's great. You can do that. Everyone can do that. But you're the one as the customer on the end has to do the research about the product. You have to find out what oil you need to use for what thing, and then you have to learn how to apply them. Plus, there are so many choices to pick from. How do you even know what you need or want? So that rep really can help you. So in network marketing, it's a way for this rep who knows a lot about a product and has a passion about it, or they wouldn't be sharing about it because basically everyone in a network marketing model is running their own little business. Then they share the product with other people. Sometimes it's face-to-face like this, and hopefully it's fun. Like that's the point that we want you to get to, is that sharing your network marketing product is really enjoyable. It's not always face-to-face. Sometimes you do this online, but you really do it through a network of people. It's not a pyramid scheme, which often doesn't even have a real product behind them. It's really a business that shares about this awesome product, whatever product it is that you're selling. It doesn't have to be essential oils, of course. And then you have this whole team of people who have also gotten a benefit from that product, and then they want to share it with other people too. You're all excited about it. And we use the word share a lot instead of sell, because that's really the way you get someone to be open to trying out what you're offering, because you're sharing your own experiences, or maybe you're sharing stories of other people's success with the product to help teach the new people. There's a lot of education involved. It's not just trying to close a sale. And it's also about long term, like turning someone onto a new way of looking at something rather than just a one-time sale where you're continuously having to market to new people. I call it relationship sales.
And sharing the quality and all the other bits and pieces behind the product that you can't get when you walk into a shop and pull the product off the shelf, that's the big difference. There's usually a story behind the products that go into network marketing. So one of the things that we've learned about network marketing is that people who come into the business often have to spend a lot of time dealing with what we might call their blocks about network marketing. Oh, I've got blocks and I can't make network marketing work for me. I feel triggered when I start thinking about network marketing. I've had bad experiences with network marketing or being sold network marketing products. And the fact of the matter is, if you think about it, most of us aren't designed to go out and make something happen. If you're a generator or a manifesting generator type, you're supposed to wait to respond to something outside of yourself. If you're a projector, you need to be invited. If you're a reflector, you need to wait the month. And of course, manifestors can go out and make things happen if it feels right. But for the rest of us, we need to take other things into consideration. When you're using the wrong energy to try and force something to happen, it feels wrong to you and to others. So these blocks can be real things, but only because people are sharing their products in the wrong way. This can happen in any entrepreneurial business as well. What Nani and I believe, can we have the next slide, Nani? What, what Nani and I believe is that if each and every one of us learned how to share about our products in a way that feels right and good for us, according to our strategy, there would be a lot less resistance to the network marketing model and a lot more success, because people would be receiving the message from you in the right way.
I also see a lot of pain with people who have tried network marketing and have done it the way that their upline has done it. And upline is just a word for the person who like brought you on board, or really anyone who's done it before you. They do not have a bad intention for teaching you the way they did it. It's just that they may be sharing with you what worked for them, and it might not work the same way for you. Then you can get frustrated or bitter, or disappointed or angry, and you might eventually get burned out because everyone does things differently according to their own strategy. We're told a lot in network marketing not to, reinvent the wheel. And in some ways, I totally agree. I think it's important to utilize the tools that have already been created that actually work for you. You don't want to waste your time on that, but some things don't work for you. So you need to adjust based on how your energy works. And I think everyone needs to be honored for how their energy works.
And I think it's also really important that we say, yes, we do want to revolutionize the way that most people do network marketing in the future. But we're not trying to criticize the way it's been done in the past. There's a beautiful quote by Maya Angelou, and that says it best. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. There's at least 5 different ways based on human design type alone that you could do business. Actually, there's many more if you add in the other components of the chart. There's 5 different types and 5 different strategies, and most people don't know that. As you know, there's a rapidly growing interest in human design, but each of you here are still substantially in the minority of the population. What we do want to bring to light is that there could be an easier way to do business where your energy flows better. And for all of those people who have been able to do it sustainably in a way that's been prescribed, what we do promise, we don't want you to worry, is that once people understand that there is a better way to do network marketing, everyone's going to benefit. Across all levels, from beginners to upper level ranks, everyone will benefit because there'll be less people burned out, less people quitting in your downline, less people putting their businesses on the back burner, and there'll be more people doing their business in a way that feels good, in the way that they were designed to do it.
And now we have some examples to share with you about business and the impact of the human design, so you can get a feeling for how this could actually apply in the real world. I have to say I've made my own fair share of mistakes, as in not honoring someone for having a different energy than mine. But knowing the human design, like how human design works, I can now take responsibility for them and do things differently, and I'm excited about that. So here's one of my examples. I'm a generator and I can sustainably do a lot of things. So maybe I'm like on the left side there. Maybe someone like Roz, who's a manifesting generator, can do even more. But I have a projector building on my team, and I was asking her to do as many things as I was doing. It was definitely not the right way for her to go about doing business. And I actually even became interested in human design in the first place because I learned about the different types and was curious what my builders were, and it turned out they were different types than me. And my uplines were also different types than me. So it made a whole lot of sense and it made a huge difference. So after, I feel like the projector on my team felt a little bit more like they had the perfect amount of things to do for themselves, and they knew that I was supporting them in doing business in a way that was right for them. Another example is one of the centers. So in particular, the defined emotional solar plexus center. So half the population have this defined emotional solar plexus center that has emotional waves, which means it's not correct for you to make spur of the moment decisions. You're not supposed to, you are supposed to wait out your emotional wave for emotional clarity. So in a traditional business or network marketing business, we're taught to close the deal in a meeting or in a class. But if you haven't contacted that person ahead of time or talked to that person about what you're teaching about before that class, it's actually not correct for them to make a decision in that moment unless they've somehow thought about whatever you're sharing with them before the time that you meet. So the ideas that I have might be giving out samples ahead of time so that they have some experiences before you get into the class. Tell stories about the product several times leading up to inviting them to actually have a one-on-one meeting or a class or whatever you call it, however you meet with your clients. Or if you're in that meeting, you know that it may not, you can probably sense with some people that it's not right for them to make a decision right there. So you could give them time to make a decision and then follow up. So you say, is it okay? I can tell you need a little more time to make a decision on this. Would it be okay if I followed up with you in a week or 2 weeks? And then of course you actually have to follow up or it won't work. But some people just need a little bit more time to come to clarity, because if you get them to, sign up, if you have like a membership or sign up for a big ticket item and they didn't have clarity on it, then they're going to not feel good about the purchase that they just made. And Roz is going to tell you a little bit more about this because she actually has emotional definition.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're emotionally defined, the far right triangle on the lower third of the chart is the emotion center. When that's colored in, you have your own emotional wave. And that means a lot of things. But one of the things that it means is that you are not designed to make decisions in the moment. And this can have massive implications on the way that you make purchases, on the way you make decisions about your career, which direction you want to head in, and just about everything that you do. So if you're emotionally defined, Remember, there is no truth in the now. Time is your friend. Time will bring clarity, and time will bring you that beautiful, juicy feeling that tells you what's right for you. If you are feeling nervous, that means that not enough time has gone by. And for those of you who are not emotionally defined, just take us poor old emotional people into consideration. 50% of us have emotional definition. If you understand your wave and that you do take time to make decisions and that half the population do too, it makes a massive difference to the way that you run your business, to the level of anger, frustration, bitterness, or disappointment that you experience in your business. Understanding, as I just said, understanding this about you and other people's human designs makes a huge difference to the way that you go about your the way that you go about your business. And we teach this important information in our courses.
So I have ask yes or no questions here. It's just another example of something that you can do using human design in your business. 70% of the population are generators, including the manifesting generators. And asking generators open-ended questions can be hard for them to answer. So if you ask a question like, what was your favorite part of the class? They may jump like up in their head, start thinking about it, go all over the place, and just have a hard time giving you an answer. Maybe they have an easy time, I don't know. But it would, if you change the question to a yes or no question, it's much easier for them. And you really connect with what they want and need. So you could ask like, did you like the class? Do you need to learn more? Do you have questions? And then you're getting them out of their head and into their sacral center and really tuning into what they want and need. You can even ask them the questions about the emotional solar plexus this way, like, do you need more time to make a decision? And you can usually tell if they hesitate and don't say like, yes, right away, excited yes, they need more time or it's the answer is no to whatever you're asking them. Another interesting example is a person's profile. So say you're a line 2, and I'm talking about you as the business builder. So you have your own network marketing business. And I guess it could be a customer that you are trying to invite to a class that has many people at it. The line 2 energy in the profiles is the Hermit energy. And the Hermit energy is about being alone to nurture your talents, that you can be called out to share what you have learned. And you might not want to go out and do all these classes that you're being asked to do. Maybe that's what your upline does. That's where you can look at it and just say, is this right for me? Maybe you prefer doing things one-on-one or online sometimes if you have the line 2 in your profile. Or maybe your 4th line profile. This is the opportunist. And actually your greatest influence is your network. You're a connector. So you might be more excited about the network opportunities that are in person and meeting and exchanging and connecting with other people. So these are just like little nuances in your business that have to do with human design. Another example is the 6th line profile, which is called the role model. And it has 3 phases in their life. And the first one you're experimenting, and the middle one you're kind of more integrating, and then the third one is the role model where you're sharing what you've experienced and learned throughout your life. And the middle one there, where she's kind of more contemplative and integrative, is called On the Roof. And I can talk about this one because I am a 6th line that's on the roof. And it's kind of feels like the Hermit energy to me. I'm a little bit against the grain because I don't like to do what I was taught to teach multiple classes like in big surges at one time. I don't have the energy, like literally the energy exchange even for the activities that I was being told would be great for me to do. But I was I didn't want to quit. I was really excited to share the product that I have. I love the essential oils. I love doTERRA. It transformed my family. So I wanted to share it with other people because it's so helpful. I just had to find another way to share it. And Roz has a few more examples.
Yeah, I've seen projectors work so hard in their businesses. They've worked their way up to notable ranks and they get burned out and they can't keep going. And there's so much guilt associated with that because when you've worked hard and you've got a team below you who you believe are relying on you, it brings up all sorts of issues. This is not a theme just for projectors either. It can happen with any type if they're not working according to their strategy. They burn out. I know of several cases where there are burned out projectors, generators, burned out manifestors, manifesting generators, and reflectors. And I must say, it's amazing. There's lots of reflectors attracted to the network marketing model. And if it's done properly, according to their strategy, it really is a great model for them. We just want you to know that if you've been working in a network marketing business and you're finding it difficult, or you can't seem to get going with it, or you want to get involved and you want to start off on the right foot, then what we have for you is something that will make a massive difference to your life and your business.
We could easily go into detail about like a million aspects of how human design affects your business and says about your specific energies. But we realize from our own experiences and what we've learned, and this is what we believe too, that your type together with the strategy for your type, I guess, and together with your authority are the strongest markers for the way you should work in your business. So strategy is kind of like the compass for how, the path that you're going on in your life. And if you are feeling what they call not self emotions, where you're not feeling like yourself or authentic, it'll tell you, it'll give you some sort of signal to get you back on the path. And the authority is how you make decisions. And there's multiple different authorities that they show up on the summary of your chart so you can find out what they are. But your strategy along with your authority really help guide the way you can do your business with the most ease. And we see potential for human design to help your business by type. You could look at the centers, the profiles. We looked a little bit at those and even all of the gates and how they all tie together in your chart. But it's so much information that we decided to just start with the types. And then once you have your strategy for your type under control, everything in your business will flow better and you can move forward. And Roz is now going to tell us about our first masterclass that we've been working on.
I sure am. So what we've been working on is network marketing by design by type. So that means 5 different individual courses. And the first type that we have to launch is for generators. Sorry to the rest of you, but there's more generators than any other type. And we find that generators tend to find the network marketing model challenging. And we did have to start somewhere. And what these courses will show you is how you're designed to do business. You'll learn all about how to do network marketing in a way that's designed for you. You can choose either the course that's for your type alone, or if you want to understand how everyone in your business and life works, you can do all 5 courses. We've got early bird pricing at the moment, which means that you won't be penalised if you purchase them individually as they each become available instead of as a package when all 5 are ready. The courses are video based. Each of them consists of 3 video modules. The first module is all about the basics for that particular type. So for example, the first module in the generator course is all about generator basics, as will be the first module in each of the other types. The second module is all about doing business by design. So it's all about the network marketing business and how you best use your energy in the network marketing business. And then the third module is about something that Nani and I regard as absolutely vital when you're doing your business properly. And that is self-care. Because when you understand your human design, you start to understand just how important self-care is to your success. So if you're new to human design, you'll be able to understand your type at a very detailed level. And even if you've known about human design for some time, you'll learn a lot because these courses are designed for people at all stages of their human design journey with a focus on network marketing and marketing in general. There's also loads of other resources included in the course, which you can see on the course curriculum page when you visit our websites. And you can see our websites there. So Network Marketing by Design for Generators is ready now, and the other 4 types will follow very soon. They're all well in development, and completing them and getting them to you is at the top of Nani and my to-do list. And if you're watching this down the track, for those of you who come back and watch this as a replay, you might find that the other types are all there now.
And if you just want to learn more about the class or all the training when it's available, you can go to humandesignTools.com/training or findyournaturalgroove.com/training. It doesn't matter which link you click on. They'll both take you to all the training that we have available. And once the other types are ready, you can just sign up on either of our websites and we'll inform you that the other classes are ready. So that's where you can learn more.
We hope that you are as excited about this as we are. We've put our hearts and souls and our combined expertise in human design and network marketing into the modules. And we really believe this is going to help each and every one of us to be more successful in our businesses by being who we are, who you are, and not trying to do something that you're not designed to do. Because now you'll have the tools to run your business in a way that's in alignment with who you are. Nani and I believe that this could change the way that network marketing is perceived by everyone. We hope so anyway, and we're pretty sure you can understand why. We think we could be on the edge of a revolution. So thank you so much for being here today, for listening to us and for hanging out with us until the end. And that's the end of our presentation. So thanks.
And if we have time, I can't see the time right now, but we can answer some questions.
You do have time. There's about 15 minutes before the top of the hour. And there were some questions that came in. Now I have posted both on Facebook and in the chat what the links are to your training.
Oh, thank you.
So the first question came in from Jane. CBD or essential oils to do with is what I get up to network marketing. I would need virtual assistants to help me navigate, steer my dashboards of my business. I cannot expedite the business driving her all by myself lens. My business utmostly is a knowledge-based business. I know of and utilize SIFs spidering about, forming them as systems for me to name a few of my helps to occur with interest. Relationship marketing too, orange theory or orange oil, no claims to cure, blocks of determination to obtain funds, to participate, POSs, no cold calls, pound the pavement per me, it's far too slow, okay with projector. Mine's not all colored and I do reverse engineer by default. What goes on per my embody? So I guess now to the question. I find it difficult using human design with getting through to markers of people to render their interests in business unless you can make it a scrape of tooling quickest a profile for people that would be of interest in getting into business, or a drip funnel of. Maybe if you read that, you might want to ask a follow-up question. I'm unsure, Jane, if you're a projector. I mean, one of the things I was wondering if you were a projector, what your type was.
Yeah.
And if you want to post that in the splenic projector.
Ah, yes. So Jane, are you doing your beautiful network marketing design, but network marketing business using your projector strategy? And that is, of course, waiting for invitations, because that is the key for so many projectors. It's the same in life as it is in business. And if you are out there trying to initiate something without having first been recognized and invited, then it will be draining. It's not to say that you can't do it, but it has the potential to be draining you. And I think, were you saying, did I get this right in reading your comment, that you actually do have people? It says, I would still need virtual assistants to help me. So yeah, you kind of would. And what happens when you bring your virtual assistants in is you can help, they can help you with energy, because you don't have a lot of sustainable energy. You don't have access to a lot of energy. So that would be my first thing, is to make sure that you're not burning yourself out by trying to do too much. But you really want to make sure that you are doing your business correctly and you are responding to invitations, that you are getting invitations. And of course, that's the trick, isn't it? When you're a projector, how do you actually get those invitations? But they will come to you if you are in the right place. So we say, not as much as I probably should. Okay, choice systems, yes. Nani, did you have anything else to offer Jane?
What I guess it might just be my thoughts on a projector in network marketing, would be to really work with the people building with you, because you don't need you don't need to personally bring in a huge team of people and always be the one that's out there interacting with people and, signing up new clients. It's really like you're here to guide people. So if it could be any type that's underneath you, but say you have a couple generators that are on your front line. If you're guiding them, they can do a lot of the work to sign the people up, because your skill is the guidance for them, and you probably know what they need, and you can ask them yes or no questions. I would love to have a projector guiding me in my business. It'd be really helpful. So maybe think more like work, like focusing on your team right now, and then seeing how they can help you like expand.
I'm going to go to Facebook. Melissa on Facebook said, challenge with network marketing is that each company has their way of doing the marketing. Approach your warm market, then spread out from there. You have to follow their protocol for marketing, or else you are untrainable. I'm designed to respond. This has never worked for me. And then, considering my last comment, I'm open to learning how human design could approach it differently. And this was a fairly early comment. So hopefully, Melissa, you learned, because those were some of the things that I think they brought up in your examples. Designed to respond, I would imagine that Melissa is a generator, a manifesting generator.
Yeah. And Melissa, you're right. A lot of companies are quite prescriptive in the way that they want you to approach the business. I think it's really important for each of us to understand that the reason that we might consider doing a network marketing business is because it does allow you to be your own boss. And you know what? If that company is not going to allow you to do your business in a way that's right for your energy, then it's not the right company. Because what's going to happen is you're going to burn out. And we don't want that to happen. We don't want you to get sick. We don't want you to get, to be on the couch all day because you can't do things. We don't want you to get frustrated. We want you to have a business that allows you to do business in your way. And it would be interesting to see what happened if you tried to do things your way. If you're passionate about the product and you really want to sell it, then, show them the results that you can achieve by allowing yourself to do the business the way that you're designed to do it. And if they're not up for it, then maybe you need to consider another alternative. What do you think, Nani?
I love the sacral questions for generators. I mean, probably because I'm a generator myself, but I'm going to ask you a question right now, Melissa. Do you want to quit? Do you love what you're sharing? Were you excited when you first started sharing? So asking questions of yourself, you probably should have someone else ask them of you, is just super helpful. We actually have like 50 sacral questions that are included in our training because like if we're thinking about it too much, we're in our head and we're not in our gut or our body. And we just need someone to ask us, like, do you have energy to run a class this week? Do you want to? Do you need help? Do you, whatever it is that you're trying to get clarity on, whether it is, do I even want to do network marketing? It's just really interesting to see what your body actually wants to be doing. And when you say yes to one of those things, it's like magic. Like it has happened for me, like where I push to like hold a public class and no one shows up. But if someone asks me, do you want to have a class in my space, or do you want to have a class in my house? It's like, then all of a sudden like 10 people show up because it was something I responded to and I was excited about it. But when I like push on it, and I have willpower, so maybe not everyone should listen to me because I can push through things that not everyone can, but it, not always to my benefit, but yeah, just like starting to question, like, do I want to do this? Does this feel good to me? And every single thing that you're doing within your business can be really helpful for generators and manifesting generators. And it's helpful to all the types. You just have to use a different response, whatever your authority is to, like maybe you're a projector. So then you need to talk it out with someone so you can hear yourself guiding yourself, things like that. So that's what I'd say.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you a question on this, because asking you can't. Would you say that you could ask yourself sacral questions, or it's better to have someone outside of yourself, especially if you're new to responding with your sacral?
I think it's better to have someone else ask you questions when you're first starting out. I mean, I know about this and I've practiced sacral questions, and I still need someone to ask me sometimes because we can make up lots of rationalizations and excuses in our own head when we're asking ourselves. But Roz, she might have a different opinion on this because she said sometimes you can just feel it. So I'd say when you're starting out, have someone else ask you. Or, I mean, think about it. If you're the person that's working with other people, maybe asking, like if you're for Jane, if I'm pronouncing that right, asking people on your team those questions will be helpful.
Yeah. I think everything that both you and Cindy have said is right, because when you first start out, it can be very, very difficult to get out of your own head. And so you don't know whether you're answering with your head or with your sacral. And it does take a little while to get the feel of what an answer that's correct for you actually feels like. But it is it is a visceral feeling inside your gut. I'm talking about generators here, obviously, when answering yes or no questions. So you can kind of feel yourself pulling towards something if it's right for you, or pushing away and being repelled away if it's not right for you. But I would definitely recommend, when you are first starting out with, getting in touch with your sacral, I would definitely recommend having someone else ask the questions of you. And do make sure that you are surprised, if you like, by the answer. Even if intellectually you know the answer, even if you know that the answer is going to be a yes, or if you know the answer is going to be no, you want to be surprised by what you say. And it will be a surprise of confirmation, or it'll be a surprise of, oh, I didn't think I was going to say that. And when that happens, then that's a fairly good indication that you are answering in a way that is true for yourself. Does that help, Cindy? Does that answer what you
That answers my question. We're coming up at the top of the hour. I noticed that there was one more question from Milana. What's the best way to provide feedback for this webinar? How would you like, if someone wanted to give you feedback, or if they had more questions, would you want them to go to your websites, fill out a form there?
Yes, that's the best thing to do. There's they can either go to my website, which is findyournaturalgroove.com, or Nani's website, which is humandesignTools.com, and just go to the contact area and send us a note, and we'll get onto it. Is that the best way, Nani? Or
Yeah,
cool.
Well, thank you very much. Is there something you'd like? Do you both have an ending statement or something you'd like to end with?
We've already made it.
We're just excited to be sharing this finally, and we're excited that people are joining us to learn more about it, and we hope that it helps people.
Yeah, and we're very grateful to those of you who've hung around to the end, and we're really grateful to you, Cindy, and to Karen and your team for allowing us to share this, because it can help a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there who are involved, and even if you just get something out of the webinar today, then we've done our job. That's what we really want to do, is we want to change the way that network marketing is perceived, because it is an incredible model, but only when it's done properly. And I don't think enough people understand that. So that's what we want.
Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You will find the links on Facebook, or we'll be sending out a replay email, but that will also have the links. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.